Let's go and see what we're going to cook today. It's morning and I have some mincemeat and I have some chicken legs. So decision time. Don't know what we're going to make. Depending on by the time I reach my kitchen, I will have to decide which one it is to be. Something's going on here. Let's have a look. Here's Sunday morning routine with the girls. Now I have come to the kitchen and I have made my decision. It's going to be lamb kofta curry today. So for that I have 500 grams of minced lamb. I have ginger garlic minced, half an inch of ginger, about a couple of cloves of garlic, 1 green chili cut into small pieces, half a red onion chopped up, and then for the spices for the actual meatballs, I'm going to be putting in 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, a teaspoon of cumin powder, a teaspoon of chili powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder, and about half teaspoon of black pepper. And also just ground some fresh garam masala. So I'm going to be adding about half a teaspoon of garam masala to the meatballs, and of course salt to taste. So I'm going to put all these into the blender and blend them. Oops, I've forgotten one ingredient, which is gram flour, 2 tablespoons of gram flour roasted. So I'm going to grab that and then we'll chuck it all into the processor before we make the balls. Right, I'm back with the roasted couple of tablespoons of gram flour. Couple of tablespoons of gram flour roasted. That's going to go into the meatballs as well. So let's get putting everything into the food processor. Right, let's put the mincemeat in. Next we put the onions, ginger and garlic with chilies, all the masalas, besan powder, the gram flour it is, and like I said, about half a teaspoon or so of garam masala. That's all gone in. Now all we need to do is turn it on and set it going. Forgot to put in the salt, so I'm just going to put in about a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon actually, and then I'm going to set it going again. Now the mince is ready to be made into the meatballs. Make sure you have some oil or some water in your hands when you're making the meatballs, and make sure that your meatballs are all evenly sized. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate 1 or 2 and then carry on, because you don't want to watch me making each and every one, and then we'll make the curry or the gravy or the sauce, however you want to describe it, that the meatballs will go in, and I'll show you the ingredients for that afterwards. So we make the meatballs first. So oil your hand and then you take a bit of the mixture. Make sure you make these round and equal in size. So that's the first one. The idea. Second one. That's it. All the meatballs are done. There are about 17 of them. Right, now the meatballs are done. We're going to start preparing the sauce for the meatballs. So for that, what are the spices that we need? We need 2 bay leaves, 1 large cardamom black. I'm putting in 3 green cardamoms, 1 inch of cinnamon stick, about 5 cloves. And then for the spices, spice powder, I've got 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, and 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. And for the wet paste, I've taken 1 onion, 165 gram red onion that I have blended, and 1 tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. So those are my ingredients. Also, I have 250 grams of tomatoes that can be chopped up and put into the sauce. So you can watch me while I make the sauce next. One, 2, 3, 3.5 tablespoons of oil, cooking oil. And let that heat up. Remember to poke these before putting them in. Actually smashed it. Next, the onions go in. And we're going to fry them till they're separated from the oil. Alongside, we're going to put in the ginger garlic paste as well. Now we're going to put in all the masalas together, and the salt goes in. Salt to taste. And you keep frying it, putting in the tomatoes. So I've dropped in the tomatoes and 400 ml of water, and I'm going to let it cook down. I'm going to cover it and let it simmer. Put the lid on and let it simmer. Right, let's have a look. It's been 10 minutes and the water's been bubbling away. The sauce is ready. We're going to put in the meatballs now. Now I wanted to tell you that I had put in 700 ml of water, hot water. We just drop the meatballs in, and once you put the meatballs in, you don't stir it for 10 minutes. You leave it. How beautiful does that look? It looks gorgeous. Let's drop all the meatballs in. Now I have a family of 5. All 5 of us are going to have this today. So there's enough of feeding a family of 5. And then we're going to cover it and let it cook. We will not stir it for 10 minutes. We'll come back in 10 minutes and see how it's doing. It has been 10 minutes since this has been simmering. Look at how perfect this is. Oh, don't have to do anything. It's fully cooked and ready to eat. Fantastic. I'm going to give it another 5 minutes and it'll be done. So all you need to do now is sprinkle some garam masala and garnish it with coriander, and it's ready to be served. It's beautiful.